Hello, fuckos, and welcome to this episode 29 of the Chris Hunter Comedy Podcast with me, Chris Hunter. Hello, how are you doing? Are you well? I hope so. I like you people. You people are nice. I hope you have a good week. Yeah, I've had an all right week. It's been kind of mixed, really. There's been good, there's been bad, there's been happy, there's been sad. The usual kind of week. But good news, I'm not hot as hell right now because we've had rain, baby. Finally had some sweet ass cold water from the sky. God has blessed us with his semen. I don't believe in God, by the way, so don't worry about that. It's not true. It's not God's semen. It's just rain. So it's nice that we finally got a bit of respite, from the constant just being so fucking hot all the time. I got so sick of it. But no doubt we'll be back in it before you know it. But right now, it's overcast, it's gloomy, and I'm sat here not absolutely roasting. My computer isn't threatening me right now with blowing up like it normally is. Normally the fans are going absolutely ape, and it's like insanely hot in here, but it's okay. So yay. I've been a busy chap. I've finally, after way too long, found the time to get my a personal project I was working on online, because for those who don't know, I do 3D art for the games industry as well. It's my main profession, but in my spare time I like to try and make some art to try and test myself in new ways. So I made some, what are they called now, like Rococo old school chairs, which sounds a bit daft, but it was basically what's his name, King Louis the 16th, his library. He had some chairs in there. I'm making his library because it looks really cool. It's all gilded and white. It looks badass. But I noticed in the scene there's like 5 chairs. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make them chairs first. That'll help fill out my scene. And I was right. So yeah, I did that. And I've been dabbling in it for a while because I don't get much time to do stuff really. And I also procrastinate a little too much when I'm at home. So I've been trying to fight that. So I've been trying to get some work done, which I did. I finally got it online. And so I was quite happy with myself. So I got that online on Saturday, I believe. But then I was a little bit sad on Saturday because my little fishy died. And I know some people don't care when the fish die. They're like, oh, whatever, flush it down the toilet. But to me, the fish was special. Little Mario. We had him 5 years. And it was mine and Charlie's, one of our first pet purchases. If you know what I mean, because we had another fish as well, Snake, and we won him from the fair. We didn't expect him to last a week, but he lasted like 4 years, so yay. So Mario unfortunately popped it, and I built him a little coffin out of a frosted wheat box and some kitchen towel, and I buried him in the garden. And a bit of the fence had fell off, so I made a little cross for him and jammed it in the ground, and it looks right nice. But you know what? Poor fishy. He was ill for a while. We tried looking after him, and there wasn't much we could do, sadly. So that's sad news. In other sad news, I'm afraid there's a couple of sad news this week. A good friend of mine from the amateur dramatics acting group that I was in for a while, old Ken, young Kenneth as we like to call him, sadly he'd passed away back in January, and we didn't know until yesterday I found out. He'd been really ill, and towards the end he said he didn't want any visitors, so said his goodbyes and stuff, which is very brave. And he's such a fantastic guy. I don't mean to start on a sad note, but I feel like I need to talk about this because I miss Ken. Like, he was such a lovely guy, and he gives some sage life advice. Life advice that I've passed on to other people. So one of the things he says, which I often say to my brother, is to keep calm is to command. It's a fantastic thing to say. So in any situations, if you're feeling flustered, if you're feeling fed up, if you're feeling kind of agitated and anxious, just try and keep calm. You can control the situation. To keep calm is to command. And I honestly, this sounds daft, but I think about him every single morning, because when I wake up, right, I don't know if any of you guys do this, right? I measure the weight of my cereal just so that I can track the calories a bit accurately. And I measured it, and I'm getting to 30. And I always think of Ken, because he always used to say to me, losing weight isn't that hard. Just put one less potato on your plate. And I thought, that's just genius. Such a small little change, but it will help in the long run because you're having a slightly smaller portion. And I think of Ken, and I put 29 in my bowl. And, it's such a shame. But, at least he did what he loved. He started acting in his 80s. I don't know how many people can say they've done something that cool in their 80s. The guy was an absolute legend, a true gentleman, and he will be absolutely sorely missed. But, yes, onto happier subjects. The burger. As you guys know, every single week So every single week I go to get myself a tasty, tasty burger from the cafe at the end of the universe in Warrington. Not sponsored, but wouldn't mind being. And this week it was slightly different. Normally they have a burger of the week. Something that's available just for that 1 week, and it's some sort of awesome, crazy mix of flavours that don't sound like they should work at all, but for some reason just do. Andy is a king of flavour. And this week was a bit different because it's been the World Cup. He's been doing his Burger World Cup, so he's put loads of votes online, see who's their favourite was from each group, and then the finalists both go on sale for a week, and I think whichever one gets the most sort of votes, as in purchases, I don't know what happens to it actually. I think maybe it goes on sale on its own for another week. So the choices were the Joey Tribbiani or the Velociraptor. Now the Velociraptor was actually a fairly recent one. It came out when Jurassic World 2 came out, and it was the one that had lime jelly on the top of it, and it was like a double beef burger with cheese and like beef brisket. Nom, 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 nom. And the Joey Tribbiani which is the one I went for because I love that burger. It's like I think it was like a garlic bread brioche bun. It's got marinara sauce, meatballs, cheese, and a little chunk of deep fried New York cheesecake on the top. If you could drool down a mic and send it to people, then you would all be covered in drool right now because it was amazing. And yeah, it was good. And the good news is, even though I've been enjoying my burgers, old Captain Fat Ass over here, has been a good egg. I've been keeping it up with the gym, bitches. I've been killing it. I've had my 10th visit now to the gym. We've just been on the treadmill every time so far. I'm trying to ease my body into doing exercise. And I remember this time a couple of weeks ago, I think I said I was really proud because I hit 2 straight minutes of running, which I'd never achieved before, not even close. And then the visit after, I hit 3 minutes, and I was so proud. Well, on whichever day it was, Sunday I think, I aimed to run for 5 minutes. I ran for 8, which I was really, really happy with. I know you guys are probably laughing, like 8 minutes, that's nothing. I've ran for, half an hour. That's great. You're in shape though. I'm not. I'm very, very not. I'm trying to get there. So to me, 8 minutes was a massive deal. And I'm really proud of the progress I've made in the time as well, because I did my first sort of 5k distance on the treadmill. It wasn't all running, obviously. Some of it was like, I think it was like 8 minutes on, and then 2 minutes off, then 5 minutes on, and a minute off. So the off time I'm walking at 6 kilometers an hour. The on time I'm running at like 9.5 or 10. So I've been enjoying that, but I did the 5 meters distance for the first time. Not 5 meters, that'd be piss easy. 5k for the first time, and we're going to do that every time now, and just see how much time we can shave off it each time we do it. How many times can I say times in a sentence? Time to yeah, so we're going to see what we can do. Shave those sexy seconds off it. And before you know it, I think we could be in comfy 5k territory, where we'll have to sign up for some kind of cool 5k run, like the colour run or some shit like that. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, so I'm quite happy with how we've been doing with that. Right, so anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Since I've been chatting, we're back in a minute after a word from our sponsors.
Are you tired of millennial snowflakes complaining about every damn thing? Do you struggle to realise what their problem is with a bit of asbestos knocking around? Are you sick of them bitching about their future and what's going to happen to their savings? Well, give them a dose of CUNT. Consistently unified nanotechnology has been proven to remove all signs of resistance to the good old days, and will make sure that every girl will wear an apron and every guy will get a buzz cut and join the army. Give them a dose of CUNT today.
Alright, you've had your chuckle. Now on to the real sponsors. So folks, do you like video games, board games or card games? Do you like geek culture and you want to hang out with people who share the same passions as you? Well, if you live near St Helens, then you're in luck, because Bar Zookoid is a brand new geek and gaming lounge located in St Helens Town Centre on Clawton Street. They've got everything that your geeky little heart could ever desire. There's games, food, drinks, events, competitions, tournaments. You name it, they've probably got it. So head on down to Bar Zookoid and have yourself some fun out of the sun. Alright folks, so I'm really determined at the moment to get this move to Japan sorted out in the next couple of years. So I'm trying to get sort of plans and stuff in my head, trying to figure out timelines, trying to figure out where to move to and all that shite. And I'm now finally, after many years of hoarding shite, I'm finally in the mindset of just getting rid of stuff, I can't take it with me. I'm definitely gonna be moving somewhere smaller, and I'm definitely gonna need all the space I can get when I move. So I figured I'm just gonna kind of treat it like I'm moving out now. I'm not gonna be for years yet, but if I don't buy any particularly big new stuff, nothing I can really use or take with me, nothing I can use to make money or whatever, then I'm not going to buy new stuff, and I'm going to sell a lot of my things. The problem is no bugger's buying stuff. I've tried selling DVDs and things in work. Normally it works, but no one's buying. So what can you do? So I'll be putting a lot of shit on eBay probably, or Amazon, or what's the other one, Gumtree, or Viva Street if I feel extra fancy. But to be fair, there's a lot of creeps and weirdos on them kind of websites sometimes, so I'm going to have to be careful. Somebody might want my booty, and I ain't selling that. That ain't for no money. No money will get you my ass. But I did find, I was just perusing, just browsing, just looking around some apartments in Tokyo online. And you know what? I found a couple of doozies, a couple of really good ones that are quite big and not that expensive compared to the rest. I found one that had 3 rooms, which sounds crazy that's exciting, but it had 3 rooms. Most of them have 1 room, and that room is also a kitchen and dining room and bedroom. So it's literally a room. Whereas this had 3 rooms and a kitchen diner. And it was about the same price, but 20 minutes out of the way, which I'm fine with, So let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can, get on with. I've just heard Charlie yap from the other room because she's playing a horror game in the stream. I'm looking forward to watching that later. She might have pooed. But yeah, so. Yeah, I'm trying not to get new stuff. I'm trying to sell all my old stuff. So, hey, if you're looking for DVDs or games and whatnot, I might have some for sale. Hit me up. Right. Anyway, speaking of Japan, as every week we do, this is moving me on to the Japanese word of the week, which I didn't think of yet. So, since we're talking about houses, let's make it house, which is uchi. That's uchi for house or home. And this week, recommendation-wise, I recommend... What am I going to recommend? Oh, no. I didn't think about it this week. Think quick. Alright, this week I recommend everyone go listen to One More Light by Linkin Park. The music video has been nominated for Music Video of the Year. Chester Bennington's passing will be 1 year in 3 days. So, it's a good time to do it. I recommend everyone go out and buy the special Kerrang! It's coming out tomorrow as well. And... questions, yes, if you guys have any questions or any comments or anything you want to say to me, say it to my face, you coward. No, I joke, don't say it to my face. I don't speak to me in person. Do it on social media. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all of them things. I'm either Chris Hunter Comedy, Chris Hunter Comedy Podcast, or at Chris Hunter Com on Twitter, because Chris Hunter Comedy is too long. Stupid name, I know, but you know what, I chose it because I'm a ding. So if you like what you hear, dudes, do me a favour, just drop me a sub on iTunes or something and give me a bit of a rating. I highly, highly appreciate it. And if you know anybody who wants to listen to these dulcet tones, then you feel free to share this podcast wherever you want, with whoever you want, okay? Thanks a lot, folks, for listening. I love you all. I'm just going to come out and say it. Love you all, you beautiful bastards. And I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye now.